Exactly.
So everybody's the hero of their story. Everyone has the reasons for why they're doing. And people don't set out to be like, I'm just gonna or hurt someone or dominate the world. Like you think, well, I got to protect what I have. It's like even not bring it back to this movie, but it's like what I liked about Rip was it was kind of the slippery slope. That first time you take a little money. And then, well, I got to cover that. I don't want to go to jail. I have my reasons why I did that. But now I've told a lie. Now I got to cover that thing. And now you have guys who both live by this code that's very, hey, you protect the people who are with you, and you got to have this fucking. And so now it's two people very similar, like by that kind of slippery slope, of ultimately find themselves, willing to kill one another. Because and it's really not. I don't believe in that one choice turn. It's like more. How do you find yourself? You dig yourself in a fucking hole because you're just covering up trying to fix the last problem that's arisen. And everybody thinks is of course the roots for themselves is like empathize with themselves. That's what we have to be concerned with ourselves, our needs, our families, our basic shit. It's hard to expect people to go like, all right, and what about like what they think, and I think that's. I think it's a much more honest evaluation of people, and it allows for like complexity and forgiveness and fucking all the shit that's sort of beautiful about people. Like rather than this notion of like, well, we're going to be binary, good or bad, perfect or not, whatever, and any infraction then it's like permanently stains you. It's
Right.
just
Right. That's like what we were talking about earlier about people that have been canceled. That this idea that one thing you said or one thing you did, and now we're going to exaggerate that to the fullest extent and cast you out of civilization
in
for life.
perpetuity. Yeah,
It's fucking crazy. And it's,
yeah. I was because I bet some of those people would have preferred to go to jail for 18 months or whatever, and then come out and say no, but that we can't. I paid my debt. Like we're done.
Yeah.
Like can we be done? Like the thing about that. Getting kind of excoriated publicly like that, it just never ends, and it's the first thing that it just will follow you to the grave, I think.
Well, it's also this problem that people have with people that are in the public eye. They have this like desire to chop them down always, and anybody that stumbles in the public eye, they want to destroy their life, and they want to just pile on. And you're not there with them. You don't feel the empathy. You're not talking to. They're not a human being.
Right.
It's just text on a screen.
Right.
yeah, it's just like kind of like I was saying, like that kind of sixth grade instinct to be like, oh, he's in trouble. There's this human like we have dark fucked up instincts too sometimes to like isolate people or get joy out of someone else's. They're in trouble because part of it's saying, hey, it's not me, So if you can point the finger, everyone's looking over there. We feel safer,
Right.
But it's like and to take any forgiveness out of it, is a really fucked up thing because then it makes it impossible to actually go, all right, yeah, I did that. Fuck shit, that was wrong. I get it, Because it doesn't matter. Once you've said you've done it, you become like an outcast, and I don't think anybody wants to think like you're the sum total of who you are is your worst moment.
Right.
It's sort of like I think you want to be judged just as well. Are you capable of doing something good or something beautiful? It's not to say to forget. There's people that just over and over and over they're doing horrible shit, don't care.
Right.
I get it. No one's trying to like absolve that, but. You remove the ability to sort of forgive people or look at them in a complicated way, or else it's kind of become those things. It's like let's get one of ours or one of them. The instinct to get like a team, tribal oriented, and it just becomes a sport.
Yeah. It's also like, who wants to live in a world with no forgiveness and redemption?
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's just denying the very nature of human beings. Yeah. And that people do things that they regret, and then they become better people because of it. And
some of the people I would rely on the most, like trust my kids with the most, have done shit that they really regret, and was objectively wrong. And other people have been like, I did that. I fucking whether it's like addiction, I got myself down this fucking road. I did this. They're able to go, I did it. I'm sorry. It's real. I shouldn't have done it. It was wrong. Those people can become someone that's very trustworthy.
Yeah,
because you're like.